Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Phenomenal, fabulous Friday. I'm here out at one of my favorite running spots. So grateful that we're able to see the sun come up today. I was actually a little bit curious. I try not to use the word concerned, doing like word replacement, if you will. But I was a little bit curious to see if we were going to be able to see the sunrise this morning, or if these clouds over here, because they are coming in, if they were going to be over where the sun is rising by the time that we got here today. But what a glorious, glorious morning. And I just wanted to share this moment with you because like I had said yesterday, and like I try to remember every morning, a lot of people tend to take for granted that we're going to see this every day, and obviously that's not the case. Many people don't get the opportunity to see the sunrise or the sunset, so what a blessing it is for this. It's that expectation, right? People expect that the sun's going to come up, that they're going to be able to do their same old, life's going to be the same thing that it was yesterday, unless you have a certain mindset, in which case, you set your intention for the day, put your mind out there, and allow for the great surprises to be brought in. And when things don't go as planned, you're able to adapt and overcome and reevaluate and replan and try to make the best of the day. And sometimes that's hard, not gonna lie. I mean, I've had my moments in time where they're just really, really tough times where I just, things were going really bad, and I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I knew the light was there eventually, but I didn't see it there. And had a hard time focusing, and my daily expectations were just all wonky. And that was part of the bad thing, is when you go through those tough times, or if you're one who struggles with depression and things like that, you can, get up and you're just like, why did I even wake up today? And I hope nobody who's watching this video, taking their time to spend with me this time right now, I hope that nobody has those thoughts going through their head, excuse me, as for, why did I even wake up today? Or, that sadness of, oh geez, I woke up today. Those are real thoughts, and if you're having those types of thoughts, I do hope that you seek help, because there are better, you deserve better. You're a great person, and you deserve to be happy, and there's a reason that you're here. You have a purpose, and some of us try to find the purpose, and I think that in all reality, as we go through our lives, sometimes our purpose may change, or just move a little bit over here a little bit, or move a little bit over here a little bit. Maybe it doesn't always stay like right on track where we thought we were supposed to be as far as purpose. But as far as the expectations and stuff like that, and dealing with disappointment, or emotions that aren't healthy emotion. Well, I guess, disappointment's kind of a healthy emotion. I think all emotions maybe are healthy as long as we don't let them take over, right? But, having realistic expectations for yourself and for others. And one thing that I'm learning about right now, a little bit of information here, is that people who go through trauma in childhood, oftentimes they don't have boundaries, or they don't know how to set boundaries, and which are expectations, right? Boundaries are expectations. And so one thing that I've been learning, through my own, because I love psychology and sociology and philosophy and neuroscience. I just love how the brain works and thinks. So I think that's actually helped me a lot through things. But through my own research and studying and talking with my own therapist, is that people who go through trauma when they're young, in their formative years, they don't know how to set boundaries, or they don't set boundaries, and that's why they put up with things from others that they shouldn't be putting up with. Bad treatments and things like that. when they're adults. They just don't know how to set these boundaries, and therefore they don't live their happiest lives that they could, because they just let people do things to them, or they do things themselves that they probably shouldn't. So if you don't know how to set boundaries, there's a ton of YouTube videos out there about setting healthy boundaries. I recommend checking those out. And because if you are one of those people who just lets, if you set your plans and then somebody else is like, oh, well, hey, I want to do this, and so you just totally let your plans go out the window to do what their plans are, and that's like a consistent thing, that's not a great thing for you, right? Because you don't get to be able to do the things that you want to do, and therefore you're not going to be happy, even though you might be okay with doing what somebody else wants to do. But the other thing is, in type of abusive relationships, allowing somebody to emotionally abuse you, mentally, psychologically, physically abuse you is not okay. It's not okay. And people who have those traumatic childhoods, they tend to allow those, when they get to be adults, they tend to allow those types of things to happen to them, and they don't even realize it. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting thing, but it's true. And it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of realization, and but through that work you can set those boundaries and just create your better life. I try to think of like, how would my best self handle these types of situations? And this has not been my mindset a long time. It hasn't been up until very recently, to be honest, about how would my best self, the best version of me, how would I handle this? What would I say to myself? How would I coach myself through these times? And you can ask those questions of yourself, right? Through my journaling in the morning, one of the prompts is, what's one of the things that could happen today that could slip me up, right? And trust me, there's going to be things that could potentially happen that you won't think about. Okay, so like I had made some plans for tonight. I was going to surprise somebody with something, and I was like really excited, really happy about it. I was going to surprise this person, and it just it's not going to happen. And kind of like confetti being thrown up in the air on New Year's Eve. The strike of midnight, Happy New Year, confetti flies up all over the place. Those plans went out the window. So, but it's okay, because you have to kind of prepare for those kind of things that happen. And so sometimes it's good just to have a plan B, backup plan, just in case things like that happen. And that's what that question is for. What could happen today that could potentially trip me up? And something like that, something pops up that you don't expect, or your plans that you made go out the window. What could I do instead? That way you're not just going, oh, this stinks, and this is, you're all miserable. Instead of that, you're actually, okay, well, hey, this happens, so plan B. But oh my goodness, I just love the sunrise. This is just so amazing. What a freaking blessing. Oh, I hope you can see this as I am. I'm actually, and I know it's not the best thing, but I'm actually watching the sunrise, and instead of, I'm like not watching the camera, if you will. But just take a moment this morning, express your gratitude. I'm not religious. I am spiritual, though. I'm very spiritual. And so this is my time to say, wado, Hadora, wado, and that's Cherokee, thank you, Father, Son, thank you for coming up. This is such a beautiful, beautiful blessing. Oh my gosh, this is so great. And I hope if you're, you can't, obviously you're not here with me, as you can see. We'll just deviate here a little bit. Ooh, obviously you're not here with me, but this is just such the energy that's out here right now. I actually had to take my socks and shoes off because the ground here is so wet, is so moist, and as I was running, my socks were squishy, and I could feel like the liners in my shoes moving, and my feet were getting weighed down because of the water in my shoes. And I'm like, hey, I'm out in nature, and this is perfect because the energy is just so beautiful, so vibrant, so high. It's so magnificent. I kicked off my shoes, and I'm not going to show you a video of my feet because nobody cares about my feet. I particularly don't like the way my feet look anyway, but I did some grounding out here. I just stood out here in the wet grass with my feet, firmly on the ground, and just tried to, in my head, visualize the energy, of Mother Earth coming up through the soles of my feet, up through both the ankles, up through the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the abdomen, up into the chest. And when it hits your chest, it's so amazing that it's just like an energy bomb just hitting you in the chest. And then going up through your arms and your shoulders, and up through your neck, and up to your head, up to the top of your crown of your head, and just, it's so amazing. So I know you can't feel what this feels like, and I did try to do my best at explaining just how magnificent this is. I hope that you can at least appreciate the sunrise. Maybe you don't have a view like I do have right now, so I'm sharing this gift with you, a gift that a lot of people do take for granted. They just have this expectation that sun's going to be here, and like I said, that's not the case. But here's to you. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that, but what happens. But here's to you. Here's to your dreams. Here's to your goals. Here's to your expectations, your ambitions, to your beautiful self. This is to you. I hope that you have a magnificent day. The best Friday, September the 10th, 2021 of your lifetime. Again, that's a fact. This is going to be the best Friday, September 10th, 2021 of your lifetime. So live it to the fullest. Wander through sometimes with, the wonder of a child, right? You got to do that. Sorry, there was a bug biting my foot. I'm also watching for snakes. I'm also watching for snakes and alligators because they are real out here. Sorry, didn't mean to ruin the sunrise, but it is a very beautiful view, and I'm out in nature, so I'm getting bit by bugs, and it's a wonderful thing. I'm glad I can feel the bug bites, right? That's something to be grateful for, I guess. But I do hope that you have a fantastic Friday. And I'll try to do this every morning. Obviously you don't have to listen to these long videos, but hopefully you got something from it. Take care of you and yours. Be kind, be happy, and sending you much love, happiness, and joy. And enjoy your day. Bye bye.